Why do people with brilliant ideas, solid work ethic, and a powerful dream still lose? Because they're playing checkers in a chess world. They confuse movement with progress, hustle with results, motivation with mastery. You don't need more hustle. You need strategy. You need leadership. You need to think like Lelouch v. Britannia. He didn't just start a rebellion. He engineered it. Every word, every move, every sacrifice, intentional, calculated, ruthless. This video will break down Lelouch's leadership into a step-by-step strategy blueprint for entrepreneurs, not fan service, a real applicable science backed by psychology, decision theory, and elite business practice. So, if you're building anything, a business, a brand, a future, and you feel stuck, confused, or left behind, this is your chance. And also, I will tell you some tips and tricks throughout the video, so listen carefully. Let's go! Here's the most dangerous place to be as an entrepreneur. Busy but directionless. You're doing all the right things. Posting, planning, grinding, networking, but deep down you know you're just spinning your wheels. You don't have a system, you don't have a direction, you're just reacting. Lelouch would call this being a pawn. He didn't move unless it aligned with a long-term goal. He didn't react emotionally, he predicted reactions. Your enemy is randomness. Every successful entrepreneur has a core strategy, not just work ethic. That's what this video will show you. Lelouch wasn't just fighting Britannia, he was creating a peaceful world for Nunnally. That was his non-negotiable outcome. Your first leadership move is this. Define your endgame with brutal clarity. Not I want to be rich. Not I want a big following, but I want to build an X business that frees me by age Y to do Z. Psychologically, this taps into your RTA, reticular activating system. The part of your brain that filters your reality based on goals. When the end is clear, your brain starts filtering out distractions automatically. Here's a business tip. Your North Star should guide every product, every piece of content, every hire. No North Star? You're building blindly. Well, what does North Star even means in business? The North Star in business is a clear, unwavering goal or guiding principle that drives all decisions and actions in a business. See, the North Star is fixed in the sky and has historically helped sailors stay on course. Lelouch created Zero because people follow symbols more than they follow people. In business, your brand must become a story, something people emotionally identify with, emotionally connects with. Nike doesn't sell shoes, it sells just do it. Apple doesn't sell tech, it sells tag and identity. You need the same thing. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What feeling do I give? What enemy do I fight? What makes me an emotion? What makes me unique? That's branding, and Lelouch mastered it. Here's a psychological tip from Stanford's study. People remember stories 22 times more than facts. If you can make your brand a movement, a feeling, then you will become unforgettable. Every time Lelouch made progress, it cost him something. Friends, trust, and even love. He understood this very well. You can't win if you're not willing to sacrifice. Entrepreneurs try to keep everything, every platform, every product, every client. But the truth is, you must let go to scale. Which actions drain you with little reward? What do you need to quit? What's holding you back emotionally, even if it looks productive? Let's break it down. Remember, when Lelouch was making Shirley forget him, a painful but strategic move to protect his mission. Here's a business tip for you. Drop what's draining your core power, even if it hurts. Momentum comes from focus. Lelouch rarely loses his temper. He plays with people like chess pieces because he already had anticipated their moves. Your job as a business builder is to think 2 steps ahead. If I launch this offer, what will competitors do? If I shift direction, how will my audience feel? How can I make each reaction feed the next step? This is called second-order thinking beyond the obvious. Here's a psychological tip. The prefrontal cortex handles prediction. Strengthen it by journaling consequences before acting. If you're reacting emotionally, you're being manipulated. Remember, if you're predicting, you're the one in control. Lelouch, don't just act, he creates drama. He knows that tension moves people. As a leader, you must learn to build tension. Scarcity in launches, anticipation in content, clear enemies in storytelling. This keeps people emotionally engaged. Here's a marketing hack for you. People don't take action unless they feel pressure. That's why deadlines, limited seats, and urgency work so well, like those limited edition products. You don't have to lie, but you do have to create story arcs. Launches should feel like war plans. Lelouch didn't win by surviving. He won by dying on purpose. His exit created a new era. It wasn't random, it was all designed. Entrepreneurs talk about exit plans. Lelouch built one that shaped the future. Don't just build, prepare to hand off, prepare to scale, prepare to leave the empire standing when you're gone. That's the real difference between a founder and a legend. Lelouch was a fictional character, but what he represented, the mindset, the discipline, the vision, is very real. And now, it's in your hands. You can hustle like a pawn, or you can build like a king. Know your goal, own your brand, make the sacrifices, think 5 moves ahead, build emotional pressure, and when it's time, exit with impact. This is what true leadership looks like. This is what your business needs. Lead like Lelouch, or be forgotten like the rest. Comment down, I am ready, if you're ready to start.